Hi, my name is Arun and I'm a day trader, and I have been trading for the past 3.5 years. I just want to talk about 3 books which really brought value into my trading career. Uh, Number one is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Kahneman is a psychologist. He is known for his works on psychology of judgment and decision making. Now, why this book is important for a trader is because every trade is a decision, and every moment in the market is a unique situation. It requires judgment, and a trader needs to know and understand how he is judging the situation. Kahneman talks about 2 systems, system 1 being the faster, system 2 being the slower. Traders really need to understand how the decisions are made in their mind, which will make a really big difference. The second takeaway is that if you think deeper, if you understand how you are thinking, you will be able to understand how majority of the people are thinking in the markets, which will change the entire game. You see, in stock market, you have amateurs, you have experts, you have people somewhere in the middle, and all these people have different entries and exits in the market. If you come to a support and resistance, you'll be able to understand that. At one support or resistance, if it is too obvious, all these people will be there. Everybody is looking at that, and everybody is waiting to decide the same thing. If a support is too strong, everybody is deciding to go long from there. So this is the common thing that you will understand, and you will be able to understand how other people are thinking. This is a very important factor in the market. The second book which I want to mention here is Trading in the Zone. This is one of the most special books for me because I happened to read Trading in the Zone when I was really beaten down in the market. And what I found was that if you're a beginner and if you're losing money in the market, this book will really put you into a different direction, because it talks how a trader needs to look at every market situation as unique, and how traders need to start to think in probabilities, and how each trade has a different outcome, and traders often go with expectation. What traders generally do in the market is that they develop some sort of strategy, and they backtest it, and they assign a hit percentage to it. Let's just say 70% hit rate, and they go in with that expectation of it'll happen 70%, and they will have a fixed plan of how much the stock will move and how they assign a risk reward ratio. This is not something wrong, but most people follow this method, and most people are not really successful. The moment that you realize the market is not about technical thing and it's more of a human thing, that is the day when you're going to be a changed trader. You're going to become a real trader. This book is really going to help you in that. By the way, it is written by Mark Douglas, if I haven't mentioned it. The third book which I want to mention here is Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, and it's by Edwin Lefevre. This is an amazing book because you see, a trader needs to know the life of other trader, and Jesse Livermore is a really good example, in the sense there are a whole lot of things to be learned from this book. Number one being, this is a book written in 1930s, and you will be able to understand, this really proves the previous statement I just made. It's not a technical thing, it's a human thing. In 1900s, all these technicals were not there, but the only thing that was guiding the stock market is just 2 emotions. It's fear and greed. and people often don't realize it. Uh, the the main differences from 1900s and the 2020 is that volumes have changed. The number of people who are trading have changed. People who are the way people buy, the way how people buy and sell these shares have changed. But if you look at the 2020 crash, which happened due to coronavirus, you will be able to understand that much of the market is driven by panic, fear, and greed. Look at how much how easily the gains of years were erased in a matter of 2 to 3 months. Fear is one of the most the excited factor, which drives the stock up and down. The sooner people realize this, the sooner people will understand, and better trader they become. So coming to this book, this is the story of a legendary stock trader, Jesse Livermore. He's someone who really inspired me because he came from nothing and he really did it all himself. Because he started trading in the bucket shops and he goes to New York Stock Exchange. He loses millions, he gains millions, then he loses it all again. He predicts crashes, which really makes him the millionaire. And you can really be able to understand how hard work really helps you. It's a story of a man who never gave up. But the sad part is that he suicides. It's the one of the negatives about his life, which is even a lesson for us. We need to understand other people's mistake. We need not make the same mistakes. It's really interesting. If you're a real trader, you need to know a trader's life, somebody who has done it before you. And if you look at Jesse Livermore's net worth in 1929, it peaked 100 million in 1929. If you value it today, it goes about 1.5 billion, I assume. These are the takeaways from the book. There are a whole lot of things that you can take away. It's more, Jesse Livermore is someone who really traded with price activity. He used simple methods, but you realize that you come to a point where you do understand that it's not about more of a technical thing. The market is not more about technicals, and it's more about something human. And most people don't realize it, and people who realize it do it so late. They come into the market, they lose money. Much of them leave before understanding that, and much of them understand it very late. So these books are not technicals, and these books have a different value in the market, and people don't read much of these. People are all after the moving averages, and people are all after the RSIs, and people are all after other indicators which really everybody is looking at, and still nobody is making money. That is the fact, and that is the truth. And I really hope these books really help someone, because these books are very good and in adding value into a trader's life. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because when I read Trading in the Zone, I was pretty beaten down, and I really was in a bad place, and it really helped breathe new life back into me. And I really hope this does happen to somebody else also, which is the reason I had to share these books. Well, that's all. I have nothing else to say. You all have a good night.